Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary series. Okay, we've got a Scales deck, but so far it's green and red, which is unusual. Royal Spout. Put target creature on top of its owner's library. Well, that'll save him from that damage for one turn. There's the avatar again. Servant goes in. The other guy looks like he might be playing Esper Control. One problem, though, is that the Scales deck is already down to 2 cards. He gets in for 6 there, knocks him down to 14. Anything for the second main phase? Hooded Hydra for 2. Anticipate in response. I don't know. I think I would have morphed it myself. I mean, you could throw it down as a morph for 3. You'd only need 1 more mana to flip it over. But, you know, 4 mana for a 3/3, you know, he's being aggressive. And that'll be 9 damage. And Stasis Snare. I think he's going to go for the Avatar, since it's the biggest threat at the moment. Though I did see something recently that I hadn't seen before, which is kind of surprising given all of the stasis snares and silk wraps that you see in Standard right now, is the mode on Dramoka's command that causes your opponent to sacrifice an enchantment to get a creature back. When it enters the battlefield, yeah, so it'd get its counters back. Unlike Hangerback Walker. That's one of the great things about those enchantment removal spells, is they are the perfect way to deal with Hangerback Walkers. Alright, he attacks in for 4. Response. Kill shot. Destroy target attacking creature. And he hit the Servant of the Scale, which turned the Hydra into a 5/5. I mean, I get that when you kill the Hydra, he gets snake tokens, but now, if you don't enchantment removal this guy, if you end up killing him, he's going to get more snake tokens. Ooh, Teamer Battle Rage. Alright, that'll be 10. Anticipate in response. And 10 damage. He's down to 2. And now he has to be really, really careful. Though I don't know that it's going to make much of a difference. Alright, Tranquil Cove will get him back up to 3. He needs to exile the Hooded Hydra. Or bounce it back to the top of his graveyard. Royal Spout would be a good move. Another Stasis Snare. Silk Wrap would work since its converted mana cost is 2. Grip of Desolation, though. It exiled the Hooded Hydra. He got rid of the other Rugged Highlands as well. But, wow, I really wasn't expecting to see that. But it did the job. And Silumgar, the Drifting Death. And unfortunately for the Scales deck, he is drawing land. The good news for him, though, is that the Esper deck is on 3 life. The bad news is that he still needs to draw the cards to be able to kill him. There's Shaman of the Great Hunt. The Esper deck has a lot of mana open, 3 cards in his hand. I highly doubt that this is going to okay, make a liar out of me. It resolved. He's going in with the Shaman. And no response at all. Well, that was interesting. Let's go to game 2. I'm kind of getting a feel for this green-red Scales deck now. Okay, turn 2. Arashan Cleric from the Esper side. That should slow the Scales deck down a little bit. Hardened Scales. Hardened Scales. Well, if he ever gets some creatures on the field, which, you know, he probably will, it's just the pessimist in me thinking that the Esper Control deck is just going to be able to null and void him. But, double Scales is pretty ridiculous. Alright, there's Hangerback Walker for 1, who's now a 3/3. Suspension Field, toughness 3 or greater. So, goodbye, Hangerback Walker. And it doesn't matter whether Suspension Field survives or not, because the Hangerback Walker will die when it comes back in. Throws down a Morph. Could be Hooded Hydra. Could be Den Protector. All it needs is 1 more mana if it is a Hooded Hydra. And then it'll come back. It'll flip over for, what, as a 7/7? Ooh, Murderous Cut. It was a Hooded Hydra. Yeah, flip it up, 5+1/+1 counters. But the good news for the Scales deck is that the Esper Control deck is down to 1 card in his hand. Shaman of the Great Hunt. Ooh, this is gonna get nasty. If Shaman stays on the field for one more turn, because now he's a 7/5. If he doesn't kill him in his next turn, this thing is going... Well, he could hold back the Arashian Cleric to block. It doesn't have trample. And he holds it back. Servant of the Scale. 3/3. And he activates Shaman's ability. He draws one card. Attacks in. Chump block from the Cleric. And I have to say, I don't know why I didn't put Shaman of the Great Hunt and Hardened Scales together in my head. These two work really well together. But then again, this is the first time I've seen a red-green Scales deck. Attacking all in. Playing Naturalize on Suspension Field. Hangerback Walker dies. And we'll give him 0 Thopter tokens and he concedes. But, yeah, that was really interesting. That second game, yeah, I never put 2 and 2 together with Shaman of the Great Hunt and Hardened Scales. That is a ridiculous combination. But, that was Esper Control versus Red-Green Scales. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.